Hello, hello, Bethany here with Just Be Scrap. Welcome. Tonight I'm going to share with you something that I made for a friend of mine. They're getting ready. She's getting ready to go on vacation. Her and another really good friend of hers are getting ready to go on vacation. They go every year together, just the two of them, to somewhere in the U.S. to visit one of our national parks, which I think is totally cool. And so this year I wanted to make them something to take along with them to help them kind of document their trip. I've made them books in the past, but it's been several years now. So anyway, this is what I created for them. My inspiration actually came from Jim, the Gentleman Crafter, here on YouTube. He, along with two others that I've mentioned in the past, Kathy Orta and Laura Dennison, is a paper genius. So in fact, last night I was watching his new tutorial on his airplane wallet that he created and totally love that project. Love it, love it, love it. I'm going to do it someday the way that he instructs. But I needed to make, I was looking to make a book anyway, and watching his video kind of inspired me, but I shook mine up a little differently than he did. So this is what I came up with. Essentially, the whole project is very similar. Mine is a little bigger, first of all. Mine is a 5x7. And the reason I did that is because I wanted them to have a place to put photos. And most people, if you're not a scrapbooker, you're going to print in what comes at the store, which is a 4x6. That's the most common. So mine is a 5x7. I left my cover very plain. There's not a lot of decor on it because I want them to be able to get it out, toss it around, not have to worry about things falling off. So the only thing that is here is the title, which is Going Places. I do have a closure on it with Velcro, and eventually my closure will have a little bit more of an embellishment, but it's drying right now. This is a Tim Holtz piece, if you can see that. And I have put it on some of the pattern paper from the collection that I used. And then I backed that piece onto some grunge paper just to give it a little bit more weight. And then I filled it in with glossy accents. I'm waiting for the glossy accents to dry now. But when it does dry, I'm going to cut off around the paper, the rest of the paper around it. I'm going to add a brad in the center of it. And then it's going to sit right here to kind of give that cover just a little bit more oomph, because to me that kind of looks like a steering wheel. And they drive everywhere they go. So they take a road trip. That's all that it is to them, is a road trip. So, and speaking of which, the collection I'm using, it is it's an ancient collection actually. And this is from Colorbach. And it's called Miles Away is the collection that I'm using. And it is, as I said, it's ancient. I've had it probably, oh my gosh, 5-6 years easy. Anyway, so my book opens up just like Jim's, like this. There is a left side and a right side. The left side is like Jim does his. There is a pocket there, essentially. He uses his for a passport. And a passport is not, it's not quite a 4x6 like a photograph. So, mine is it's a little bigger because it's a 5x7, and it will hold 4x6 photos. And quite a bit of them too, because I've allowed for the extra dimension, which is what I learned in his tutorial. I thought that was very cool. I have done accordion pockets before. I like his tutorial. It makes it very nice and easy. Whereas when I was doing my own, they were very complicated and I could hardly repeat the process. So thank you, Jim, for that. On the right side in my album, unlike Jim's, this is where ours differ, I actually put a mini book in mine because I want them to have a spot to put all the funny happenings, all the different little stories that go along with the road trips, interesting things they see, you know, those types of things. And knowing these two, you'll never know what they'll get into because they are crazy. I love them dearly and they're crazy. So Essentially my book does come out from the whole project, so they can take it out when they're writing on it, and they don't have to worry about that book, the bigger book, getting in the way. And I just used random pages. I have some regular just single sheets, and then I've used some of the pattern paper and made a pocket page for some of that stuff. Like here's a tag that they can fill out and write down some information on. And then the next page, this is a smaller page. It's got a little quote on there. Of course, they can write on the back. They can write here. There's another tag they can write some more information on. They could put pictures in here for sure. If they are using Instagram at all, I love Instagram. And I print at home a lot of times. I can print in a 2x2, or I can even print in a 4x4. So either one they could put on here very easily. The 2x2 for sure. Another tag that's they could journal on. Another spot right here to journal on. So lots of small little bits and pieces that they could use to journal throughout their trip, and you know, make it a little bit more memorable for them. So this is my back piece. This is the piece that actually slides in and keeps the mini book in the big book. So if you will, if you want to call this a book, I guess, or a travel wallet, I guess, or a travel journal or something like that. On here I did add one more pocket. This is a just one of those little string tie closure pockets, and you can stick some receipts or something down there that you don't want to lose. Maybe if you get a coin or something like that, that's kind of cool, something different that, you know, might have a tendency to fall out of one of these inner page pockets. So that would be a good place to put that. I do sign everything that I make, so I put my signature. I also put up here our 2013 getaway, just because they do go every year. This will help them determine what year this was. So anyway, that's my book. As I've said, I've kept it fairly simple. I did add for the spine just some twine just to go around the outside of it, just because I thought it gave it a little bit more color as well. Added some strips of washi tape right here too, just to brighten it up a little bit. So anyway, I hope you like it. I will put Jim, the Gentleman Crafter's tutorial link down below. So if you want to check out his project, go right ahead, because he is incredible, and he does some good tutorials. I will do the one that he actually showed someday, because it's a great one. I do like how mine turned out with the little mini book in there as well. And I think I might try some Christmas renditions of this. So if you are interested, check sometime here down the road, next couple of weeks or so, in my Etsy shop, because I think I'm going to try to get them made and get them up. So anyway, thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed, and have fun crafting. Thanks.